Now, from Into Tomorrow, this is an ITTV special report.
Our next guest is the Chief Economist and Director of Research for the Consumer Electronics Association. The folks that put on this show we're broadcasting from, but of course, more importantly, the big international consumer electronics show every January in Las Vegas. Shawn DuBravac. Shawn, welcome back Into Tomorrow. It's been a while. How are you, sir?
Wonderful. It's great to be here.
Glad to have you with us as well. You did a presentation earlier for us media types, all about the holiday season and consumer spending and shopping and what you anticipate. And you've been pretty much on the money with a whole lot of stuff. So obviously they got a good economist in you in working with you and Steve and the guys at CEA putting all this together. But what are these trends now that we can expect as consumers? Most of us are going to spend a good amount of money this year for holiday shopping, and most of that money is going to go to consumer electronics, whether they're for us or gifts.
Right. We definitely see those numbers continue to grow. Consumers spending more on technology than they ever have before, giving more with respect to technology than they ever have before.
And I'm always reminding our audience, especially this time of year as we're buying gifts, don't forget yourself. And there's nothing wrong with being a little selfish when it comes to consumer electronics, because we all want the goodies. So buy one to give and buy one to keep, whatever it is.
That's right, and we see that all the time. Our numbers continue to show consumers love to give gifts, but they also love to buy them for themselves.
You talked a lot about Black Friday and how over the years that has changed. Black Friday used to typically be only the day after Thanksgiving, when all the stores would open early, come in for the best deals, especially with consumer electronics. That's changed dramatically the last couple of years, has it not? It seems like Black Friday is not only every Friday from now to Christmas, almost every day in some cases.
Definitely. Black Friday is coming earlier than it ever has before. We started to see Black Friday first show up this July. We had Black Friday sales in July. The second we got close to November, we saw Black Friday sales hitting left and right. They are all over the place now. We are in full swing of Black Friday.
And it's interesting because a lot of consumers, I think, tend to complain about, oh my gosh, it's not even Halloween, Thanksgiving yet. They're already selling Christmas. But as consumers, we're thrilled to get these deals, and especially, again, as it relates to the great gadgets and gizmos we all want, the new 3D TV, whatever the case, we want to take advantage of them. So bring them on.
Definitely. Consumers love the deals, the discounts, especially in this economic environment. They're a welcome reception.
You talked a lot about projections as well with cool products, and you mentioned something like 80 known models of tablets coming out over the next 6 months. Certainly 20 or 30 I'm sure that we're going to see at the Consumer Electronics Show in January. There's an emerging category. We did a piece on Tech News on the show last week that Apple at the moment has 95% of the market. Well, duh. I mean, it's the iPad or nothing, right? But that's changing. Apple's getting some heavy competition in the next few months.
They are. You've got Samsung's shipping their unit now. They're finally in the market. They expect to have about 1 million through the end of the year and 15 million next year.
Wow.
So they're coming on strong. Many players who have announced and many that have yet to announce devices will be in the market first half of next year, hopefully, and then bleeding into the second half of next year for sure.
We've already had reps from various manufacturers on the show, from ViewSonic, Toshiba, Samsung, as you mentioned, many companies that are doing them, and we'll probably see several between now and Christmas even, and certainly the announcements at CES are going to be awesome, where folks wait, understandably, for that big show to bring out new product like tablets are going to be a hot item.
Yeah, and the timing lines up perfectly. Many of the tablets, the iPad launched early in the year. It took 9 months to get supply up and running for some of these other tablets, get design, everything ready. CES is a natural launching pad for this category.
What other category has you most excited as you're projecting things and looking at excitement and things happening in this industry? That's something to watch.
As we look just in the near term, the holiday season, the gaming accessory is a very hot category. You've got PlayStation Move, you have Microsoft Connect. That's going to be a very big category this holiday season. I would stop by the Toys R Us in Times Square. They did an opening event this week. Wednesday night at midnight, sold 1,000 of them between midnight and 2 a.m. In a launch event. So you're seeing that. See great reception as it goes. some of the other product categories in the television space. Of course, there's 3D TV, and there's also internet-enabled TV, which is getting more and more focus. Got it.
Visit ce.org for CEA, and of course cesweb.org and intotomorrow.com. Shawn, thanks for joining us.